Hi guys, and welcome back to Film Live at IBC 2016. I'm here on a little company, the Aputure stand, that make little lights like this and much bigger lights like the ones that we've got over here. Aputure have been killing it over the last couple of years with the lighting products that they've been bringing out, with the Amaran TVs, the Lightstorm, tiny little Amaran lights. And what's great about them is the quality is fantastic, but the price point is just amazing. But here to fill us in on some of the new stuff is Ted from Aputure. At NAB we had a look at the new 120T fresnel system. We also saw this little mini unit, but you've got something new for IBC, which is a daylight balance. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we've been getting hounded about this for a while now. We came out with the T version, the 120T. T stands for tungsten. Everyone says, I have daylight lights. I want daylight lights. The T came out. We didn't want to wait because a lot of people have RE650 kits. They have Lowell lights. They want to keep their tungsten lights all together. However, if you've moved to LEDs before, you have all 5500 daylight lights. Daylight, the one thing that we're showing here is just that one, that we have it, that it exists, that we said it was coming, and that it is here. A little bit late, I know. But however, the thing that we've been getting asked about is that when you switch from tungsten to daylight, a lot of people are worried about TLCI. A lot of the time when you go from tungsten to daylight, you lose in terms of color rating. We got it here today. It does rank at a 97, which is very, very high, and is exactly the same as the 120T. In addition to that, you've got all the same features as before. It is dimmable. It has the bow and vest mount on it, so you can snap on any photography accessory you want, any softbox that you want, including the ones that we make, which are super affordable and awesome. I promise I'm not biased. And in addition to that, they're all remote control operated too. So if I hit here,
You just said so that's the Bowen's standard connector.
This is huge. That's a huge deal because up until now, if you had photography accessories, they sat in your closet and collected dust when you moved to video because you couldn't use them. Either your lights were too hot or they were just too expensive and they didn't fit on your LED lights. Bow and vest mount means you can use all your photo accessories, which I know a lot of traditional DPs don't even know what they do. If you are a traditional DP and you've never used traditional softboxes, I'll say right now, every time that you've had to set up a 4x4 silk and shoot through it and use 5 stands and have to bring in your 4x4 cage, but guess what? You don't have to do that anymore. Now you got a softbox that rolls up into a yoga mat and you can essentially put it on anywhere. And now you can use one stand for your diffusion and your light all together.
That's great.
I think this is kind of a place where DPs can learn from the photography community and learn about light shaping in a different way. So basically, if you're familiar with the 120T, same design, aircraft grade aluminum, priced at about $595. If you want the kit version, that is $645. Super affordable, especially for a hard light. And this is here today. I know people are asking the release date. Still not out, but it should be out next month. So very, very soon.
Should be next month.
Should be. Come on, we're doing it. We're doing it as fast as we can. This is tech, right? Tech. We're trying to do it the second we're ready. Yeah.
And then power options is the same. So you've got the separate unit here, and you can V-mount that as well.
Yes. So you can do V-Lock or Anton Bauer batteries. Either one, whichever you want, gold mount, V-mount. And you just pick. However, I will say as a quick Aputure trade secret to all the people that watch Film Live, if you want to, you can ask us for the backplate, and you can actually swap out that backplate yourself. So if you wanted, and you're like, oh, sometimes I use V-Log, sometimes I use Anton Bauer, I don't know why you would do that. But if you did have that and you wanted that, you could swap those plates out yourself. But of course, pre-buying them too, we'll have assembled it already for you, ready to go. Yeah.
I'm sure there's some weird people out there that are not quite sure what power option they want.
Or they're just like, I bought my batteries on Craigslist, and some of them were AB and some of them were V-mount. Sorry. Yeah.
And then it's a 4-pin XLR power into it as well.
4-pin XLR power comes into here, and the light is actually powered by XLR as well. One of the things about this light that's so cool is just how light it is, you know? If you're familiar with kind of holding a traditional 1K, you know that they're heavy, they give you a strain. Hold that for me. You can hold this for me. It's super light, weighs nothing. And of course it has a fan in there too, which you can see moving. But if you put your ear next to it, nothing. The mic next to it.
Should be able to pick that up.
But you're probably not going to because it's minus 18 dB. It is super, super silent. And the big thing here is just that a lot of these lighting companies, they make lights and they're not really shooters. They don't realize that the audio of your light matters, and that you can't shoot an interview in a hotel room if your light is going da-da-da-da-da-da-da the entire time.
And those weight savings make a big difference as well when you throw multiple lights in a bag and you're trekking around all over the place.
I own a 650 kit. I mean, I have like the big. I look homeless when I walk around. I've got the giant roller, and it was a sad fact that you just had to deal with. It's like you're a half filmmaker, half weightlifter.
And 100 spare bulbs to go with it as well.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to think about that. When you break a bulb on a shoot, that's the worst feeling in the world. So these will shoot for 10,000 hours. That is 11 years going straight. So you never really need to worry about your LEDs dying. These are kind of lights that you buy once and you are set for a long time.
So talking about lightweight, we also have, which we did see at NAB as well, but this tiny little mini kit, which I guess is kind of the equivalent of something like a Dadolite sized unit.
It is very similar, however, it won't cost you $3,000, right? So basically, this right here is $199. Power of a 120 watt tungsten light. You can see right here, you can dim it with a little Iron Man readout on the side. Go from 20 to 100. Very, very powerful light. And in addition to that, you can also spot and flood it on the back here. And it'll give you a digital readout too of how much you've spotted and how much you've flooded the light. Now, because it's a single source light, what's so cool about it is that you get hard shadows. And on the side here too, we've got an infinity wheel built in, so you can spin that however you want. You want to get a streak of light in the back? Done. Super easy. You want a hair light that just hits one part of their hair? Done. Super easy. Last thing to mention about this is that it can be powered from 5 volt to 18 volt. So that's a super wide range. What that means is you can plug this into your laptop. You can plug this into a cell phone charger. You can plug this into an Anton Bauer battery. The entire range works with this light. It's also super light and portable. It's $199.
Awesome. And you can get it in a kit. We've got a bag here.
Yes, indeed.
Take 3 lights. And then that's
carrying case.
Super compact, super lightweight.
Yeah.
Take that anywhere.
You can pack 3 lights anywhere to go. This is honestly great if you're a run and gun interview shooter. You just need lights in the bag. I mean, think about I don't even know how many you could put these in a backpack. That's like, trying to say how many stones can you put in a backpack. And put like at least 20 of these. Super small, super lightweight, super easy. Yeah. Absolutely. So this right here is called the Aputure Amaran Tri-8. Now, basically, if you're familiar with the Amaran series, there's the 672 and our smaller 528 lights. They're very, very popular iPad-sized lights that are very, very bright. The old ones used to pack about a 350 watt tungsten. These ones right here are the Tri-8. They have 888 LEDs in them as opposed to 672. So 25% brighter. And if you look at the punch of that, these right here are about the equivalent of a 500 watt tungsten. So very, very bright. Still same size of an iPad. And on the back here, you can power off MPF batteries, or the new addition for the old Amarans is you can go now with a Sony V-mount or AB battery on the back here. Same controls here, remote control operated. So right here, if I hit C, I can strike that on and off, and I can power speed dim it and increase it. Now this remote does work with kind of all of our Amaran light series, and it works with our Lightstorm lights too. So if you wanted to buy bigger lights, our bigger, more aircraft grade aluminum ones, that will work in there too.
So you can, with that control, you can mix and match them and have them on different banks.
Yes.
Not really.
Or you can put all the lights onto the same channel and group, and it'll actually keep your light ratios the same too. So you can increase them if it's 91, 71, it can go 90, 70, this side. Yeah. But the biggest thing that we're kind of looking at for this Tri-8, in addition to the brightness, because people already liked all that on our old Amaran, the biggest thing that we've added here is durability. So on the back here, you've got aircraft grade aluminum, so very, very tough metal. And on the front here, I'm not going to blind the camera, I promise. This right here is pure PVC, which means it's actually bulletproof. So you can smash this all you want. It's not going anywhere. It's durable. You can kick it, play hockey with it, do whatever you want. This light here is kind of built to last as opposed to our old Amaran lights. Yeah.
Have you had many people shooting their lights before?
Well, no. No, but I know how it is on set, I mean, I shoot too, and when I go out, and what I'll do is I'll literally take these lights and I'll throw 6 of them into a backpack, and then I go into the woods and I throw my backpack somewhere, and I get it.
And there's always someone that trips over a lighting stand. And
and most of the time you're not even moving your own lights. If you're lucky, I mean, maybe if you're not lucky, you're moving your own lights. But, you usually have some other guy moving your lights. Sometimes if you're unlucky, you have a PA or someone that doesn't move lights. And they don't know what they're doing, and they don't know how to be delicate with it, and they don't realize how much you spent on it or how much you love your gear. We're trying to make something that's kind of idiot-proof is really what it is. Yeah.
So the Amaran series of lights have always sort of had a reputation as being fantastic lights, but at a very good price point.
Very good.
So what are we looking at for the new series?
Awesome. So the 672s are priced at about $280. With the new series, we're thinking about $350 to $400. So very, very affordable. Price hasn't been set yet. They should be out in the next 2 months.
And when are you looking to start shipping?
Shipping should be in the next 2 months, I believe. Yeah, next 2 months. Oh, last thing, TLCI ratings. Everyone's always wondering about color quality. LEDs are notorious for having that green or magenta color shift. 96 plus on all of them, so you're not going to see any green, no magenta, just white light. Yeah.
And is it the same where you have spot and wide options with that as well?
So this one right here I have today is the spotted option. That means it has a 25-degree beam angle. If you get the wide one, that's about a 40-degree beam angle, and then you can also get bicolor as well too. One thing that people have worried about though is diffusion. How do I diffuse these panels? If you guys know, we already have a diffusion kit for the 672. It's called the Easy Box. I got one right there actually. And basically those will actually attach on here too. You have side pegs here. Everything that works with your 672 works with your Tri-8. Yeah.
So anything that you have, if you have lights already, you can add these to the kit and still use all the accessories.
What's cool is that remote will work with all of your old lights and all of your new lights. We're not pulling, some Windows updating stuff for all your old stuff doesn't work anymore. We're not doing that. All of your gear, if you buy
or Apple.
Or Apple. Oh my God! Don't even. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. However, if you're in the Aputure family, we're going to keep you in the Aputure family. Everything that you use will work with our future stuff as well.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much for letting us have a look. It looks fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing them out.